Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Enjoying your day, getting ready for the weekend, unless you're already in the weekend like the moi. So, yeah, in that case, I hope you're enjoying your weekend. I don't know why that's in there. Okay, in traditional fashion, we're having issues. Corzi is with me. Let's say hello to Corzi as soon as I... There we go. G'day, Corzi. Yeah, you mate.
Hello, everybody.
Cheers. Coffee time. So, what it is ETS is updated to 1.48, which I will run this week. Next week when we're back in the competition, I'll probably be back on 1.47 unless Pro Mods and with any luck the season mod is updated spring is ready, which I doubt it. I'm not quite sure, but I doubt it. If there's been updates to some of the locations in 1.48, Pro Mods will be a little while. Actually I was on the site today, there was info, but I didn't read it because I didn't realise 1.48 had updated. I thought they would be bringing out the West Balkans first, or roughly around the same time to give you an indication, but no, not the case. However, with ATS, with the season mod, actually he's updated all of them except for the winter one, so that's nice. So we'll be okay there. So yeah, I imagine that's what's going to happen. So what has actually happened is I've gone in and I checked the mods, and every single mod we're running is fine. Obviously the season one won't, because that's 1.47, and if I put that on, the skybox goes a weird triangle, purple, sort of pinkish whitish triangles all over the place. So I took that off, but Corzi is having issues with his mods, saying they're incompatible, not updated, even though they're the same mods from the workshop. So we're just trying to organise that out. That's why you can't see him at the moment, because he's going back and forth between some different screens. So that's information you don't need to see when he's up in the air. So what we might end up doing is I might jump back out of here and take all the mods off, and we'll just do it without any mods today. How you getting on?
Making progress. Let's see if it's working.
Oh, it does that. It must be tab that opens that up, is it? It is tab. And Alt tab out brings up that. So that's the gist of it. Apart from that, nothing else happened. I got a leak in the house. The hot water cylinder has sprung a leak. Been leaking for a little bit. It was a weird smell. I thought it was weird, but I didn't take any notice of it. And then a puddle was forming between my shower and my sink. I thought, well, maybe that's just from the shower. Okay, so I soaked it up with a towel. And then the puddle came back, and I went, oh... It was after I had a shower again, so I thought, okay, that's not normal. What's going on here? All right, I'll just soak it up. Maybe it is that. Went back and later the puddle came back, and I thought, oh no, it must be leaking somewhere. And when I walked in from the bathroom to the kitchen, which is I've got to go through the kitchen to get to the bathroom, right on the, well, they're not really tiles, it's some people call it linoleum, what do we call it, lino? Lino? Yeah, lino. There's Lilo, which is blow up things for your pool, like beds and stuff, and then there's Lilo, which is aluminum or whatever they're called, you know, the stuff that goes on the floor that's plasticky type thing. Yeah, right where the door is, where they change from one style to another, I'd stand there and water would come out, so it was seeking through. So we got the plumber in on Thursday. I rang the landlady on Wednesday and said, I think we've got a leak somewhere. I'm not quite sure. I wasn't also sure that the fact it wasn't rain, because we had a lot of rain. Maybe rain was getting in. And coincide with the fact that every time my fridge turned off lately, not every day, every now and then, it turns off the monitor I'm looking at the moment. Switches it off and on. So anyway, the plumber came round in the afternoon on Thursday. Tried to have a look, and it turned out the hot roller cylinder was leaking, and that's a little way It's in the bathroom, beside the bathroom, really. In the what we call a hot water cupboard. I don't think everyone's got that thing. Which is handy. That's where your hot water cylinder to heat up your water is, and then above it you've got shelves, so you can keep your linen in there. It keeps it sort of fresh, and also you can put wet stuff in as well, and it dries out really well in there. And so it was leaking there, and a small leak, and going under the lino and sinking up over the beside the wall between the kitchen and the bathroom. So I was hoping to be back Friday to replace it. I haven't heard a word. I thought maybe you'd turn up today, and I won't be able to stream because it'd be noisy. They've got to take the old one out, and they've actually got to take the door off and a bit of the jam off to get it out and put a new one in. And I haven't heard a word today, which is annoying because I've only got a couple of spare towels because I don't need many because it's just me to soak up all the water, and because it doesn't take long. They're absolutely soaked, and I go wring them out, and the water is freezing, and I have to wash them every day and then wait for them to dry. Fortunately, I put washing out about 3 hours ago, and one of them's already dry, so I've stuck that back down on the floor. Funny enough, when they're down on the floor and it's not too wet, I don't have a problem with my monitor either. So yeah, the thing is they might turn up Monday, or they might turn up Tuesday, because I'm assuming they'll come in and waiting for it to deliver, because they have to measure it up. It's a very old one. It is so old. Just to give you a reference, most phone numbers for houses, not that anyone uses them pretty much anymore, 7 digits, right? This was so old, the phone number on it was 4 digits. We're talking ancient, because it's been 7 digits ever since I've been alive. Actually, that's not true. It used to be 6. It changed to 7 when I was a teenager. He started changing them over to 7. And that was in the big city.
I don't know what the problem is here, but it's given me trouble with 4 of the mods. Even though they're updated and all, it's saying when I try to get into Convoy, it's saying they're the wrong version.
Okay, that's right. What we'll do is we'll go into mods. That way, I've got a record of the mods. Which 4 are they?
The traffic density, real advertisements, real European gas stations, and the sound fixes pack.
Okay. I've taken them out.
Alright.
Let's see how we get on. Hopefully my password doesn't come up, otherwise I have to change it. Pretty sure it's a star. Asterisk, whatever. Loading again. So anyway, that's what's going on. So I might not be streaming Monday or Tuesday. By the way, just for those people. Which is a real pain. That's Tuesday. As I continuously apologise. I don't know what it was. Actually, I got a feeling I know what it was, but yeah, I had vertigo or something. I don't know. I've never had vertigo. I wouldn't know what vertigo feels like, so I'm only assuming that's what it was. But every time I moved the mouse on the screen and the view moved, I got really dizzy. So I had to end the stream short, cut it short, because I couldn't deal. It started getting better, and I had my break, got up, walked around a bit and stuff, and sat back down, and it was worse. So, and I didn't know if it was going to get better or not, so I decided to scrap it. Which I felt really bad, especially because I'm really enjoying the Metro game. Really enjoying that one. It's my favourite of the 3 so far. I've only just started it, but I've really loved it. So I'm back in. Yeah, and I've had it a couple of days, got dizzy and stuff and lightheaded. So I don't know if it's because tiredness, because I've been really tired, not sleeping really well. The other theory is the water, which I won't explain that. Yeah, well, I get water. I got well, there's no point of most of you guys are American. You don't go into liters, but I got 4 bottles, big bottles, 15 liters, whatever that is in gallons. Actually, I could probably take a guess. Times it by 4. I think. Yeah, times it by 4. So it's 90 gallons.
You're up in Berlin. I'm all the way down to Spain. Do you want to come to me, or would you rather I come to you?
How much money have you got?
Lots.
You come to me then. And I'll let you pick the first delivery. Just to be nice. Compensate. Yeah, so I've got 4 of those, by the way, and we'll go to this place, fill them up, because the water out of the tap here has got lime in it. And it clogs up our electric jug, which is a kettle, electric kettle, to boil our water for our coffees and stuff. Cheers. And it ruins them.
Oh, sorry.
Oh?
Do you have your levels maxed out yet?
I'll check. Long distances.
Alright.
I think that's the only main one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the important.
The other ones determine how much money I get for the type of delivery. Yeah, so get fresh water so it doesn't ruin the jug, and then I don't have to clean it all the time, and it doesn't taste like salt, my coffee, especially with the build-up. So we used to go to this place, this farm just up the road here, got the water for free and stuff, and you know, a couple of times, first couple of times it was fine, and then after that the water started looking a bit murky, and I'd get stomach aches after I drank it and that. And then my mum also got it as well from there, and she's like, oh no, I haven't had a problem. And then on Facebook people were mentioning that they're having the same problem. So I ended up buying just the fresh water, which comes in those bottles from the supermarket, and they're $10 each. And there's another place called Crystal Valley, which fills up your bottles, and it's $10 for 2 of them, 15 for 4 of them, and 20 for 6 of them. And I've got 4 of them. So I filled it up, and then again my kettle got a bit cloggy, and I thought, oh okay, no, that's not good, especially with my coffee machine, because my coffee machine's a lot harder to clean and it's brand new. I don't want that carry-on going on. So I cleaned it out, mentioned it to my mother. She said she hasn't had a problem, which we've had that before. I also got it from my neighbour. We went up there and got it from my neighbour, because did the same thing as me, buy $10 for 15 litres, and up here you can get 30 litres for $15. And she hadn't had a problem, so I thought, and I've cleaned it all out, and it hasn't come back ever since. But I've been drinking the water, and I was thinking, okay. Yesterday I sort of thought, well, that's weird, maybe it's the water, because I was feeling fine, and then I had a glass of water a bit later than I normally did, and I started feeling funny, so I went back to the tap water and I was fine.
I got selected. Gotta go pick it up.
That hasn't given me the option.
Oh, I haven't actually
Picked it up
picked
yet?
it up yet, so, but I haven't selected. Part of 1.48's update involved a rework of some of the German cities, so I found one that was part of the rework, and we're gonna go there.
Nice. I'll follow you. Well, that'll be reason why Pro Mods won't be out for a while, so I'll be stuck on 1.47 for the competition. Oh. I gotta wait for the lights. Again, awfully yellow. Actually, when I think about it, that's probably quite realistic, really. You get those coloured lights. Mind you, they're white lights, so why is it yellow? Do we have orange tinted lights here? Oh, they maybe they're, yeah, I suppose they're sort of more a yellow tint to them. Now, tomorrow will be an ATS and we'll be doing World of Truck events. Stuck at 65 mile an hour. Yeah, for the Oklahoma. Hopefully, I doubt the plumber will turn up tomorrow, but I don't know. Problem with plumbers, are more a 24-hour occupation for the most part.
Lights aren't on.
It's not giving me the option to be able to pick that up.
Are you, it doesn't say view and take the same job?
It's grayed out. I can't click on it. It's got the job up there on yours. Great market. You need to gain the following skills. ADR Class 6.
You don't have ADR.
Yeah, that's right. I'll see if I've got it. I can get it delivered to Rostock.
Alright.
Oh no, actually, I'll be better off. Actually, where are we at the moment? What's the company we're at?
This is Ineos. INEOS.
Oh yeah. Yep. Explosives. Doubles as well.
Right. Oh, you're probably getting better pay than I will.
I should have checked to see what time it was, and I could have fast forwarded time anyway.
Let's go.
How much am I getting for this? 15 grand. Well, actually, just shy of 16. 15,959. Mine's all the way over there. You're inside the trailer on my screen.
Oh.
Sorry. It's all right. Hang on a sec, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just get them back up so you guys can see the...
Definitely got this dinky little trailer. It's $6 grand.
There it is. I've got to wind the window down now. Have I got it set? Yeah, I do. I think I went into all my profiles and put that command in and reset it. And set the keys for the windows. Right. I'll follow you.
Alrighty. Which company are you going to in Rostock?
Transfuser.
Okay, that's good, because that's where I'm going to.
I suppose the time's not bad. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
It'll get light soon enough.
Yeah, that's right, because we're not using the seasons mod. We're not using the autumn.
In fact, you can already see the sun starting to come up out over in this direction.
Turn right.
I'm going to have to go very, very wide and hope I don't hit that sign.
Keep left.
Oh yeah, you got doubles.
Now I've got a red light.
Turn left.
Yeah, I just remembered at the last second that I had doubles.
You want me to pull over weight?
I should be able to catch up. Not in the traffic, they'll give me an opportunity to catch up.
I'm,
And we don't have that mod on, so...
yeah.
Be interesting to see the difference, if I can see a difference.
Feels like they definitely changed the signage around here for the house.
Gotta be something I wouldn't notice.
Maybe I'm just crazy.
Oh, you'd know better than me. You play it more than I do. I only play it when I stream it these days.
Yeah, but I will admit I have not been in, I've been playing ETS too much recently. And when I have, it hasn't been on the vanilla map.
Oh,
No, you're not.
I was a bit vigorous with my gear changes. Yeah, the funny thing is I've probably played this game more on keyboard and mouse than I had with the wheel. I got the wheel. Oh, I definitely had, because I had the game for a very, very long time before I got a wheel. When I got a wheel, I played it a bit, but mainly I just used the wheel for farming, so...
I can definitely tell the difference with the mod without that traffic density. There was nobody on the road.
Yeah, there's hardly any cars on the road, eh?
Yeah. Actually,
Normally... What was that?
I said I kind of missed that mod since I'm not seeing any traffic.
Well, that's what I'm confused about, because before I put the mod on, the one thing about ATS was it was 80% consistently the same amount of traffic on anywhere at any time. This is probably the least amount of traffic I've seen in ETS on vanilla. That mod changed it. It only changed the amount of traffic certain times and locations. Which when I first put it on, I noticed that, especially at night, which is a bit different now than it used to be when I first got it. When I first got it, it was... the motorways and that were empty at night time. Every now and then you'd see a car or a truck, but it was pretty much empty. Which doesn't happen now, so I don't know what's up with that.
All my drivers are bringing in 2-3 times as much as I'm going to make from this route.
You know what, if it keeps up like this, or how the traffic goes, I might end up taking that mod off. Because I'm sure it doesn't work the same as it used to. Or ATS is updated on their traffic thing. Made changes to it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 5:40 in the morning, and this is probably the amount of traffic you sort of would have expected, it, especially outside of a city, you know.
Yeah. I swear I made like 120,000 euros since we started, just off of my drivers.
I'll rub it in. I swear I've made nothing. Because I've only got 7 drivers. 8 trucks. Which I was going to take a look at, but I forgot to. As to why I've got 8 trucks and only 7 drivers. I can only imagine that one of those trucks is a previous truck I had. And left it there just in case I want to go back driving it. Well, I might buy the man actually. Recreate my man truck. The last one I had. I've got to keep an eye on that weather too. It's a cloudy day today. Just for those who are late here, I've got some washing on the line, so I'm making sure it doesn't rain. It's not supposed to. It's supposed to be cloudy all day, but then again, not the last time I put out washing. The time before that, it said it was going to be fine all day, and it absolutely pelted down. Even my washing very, very drenched. A lot wetter on the line than it was when it came out of the washing machine. Which is obviously because it has the spin function where it tries to dry out the clothes.
Yeah, starting to see some more detail. You have that little town that we're just crossing from the bridge there.
Either your truck is expanding or I'm catching up to you. Yeah, see, the problem is I haven't been around this area enough to notice any difference and stuff. Maybe I should force myself to get back into playing it on my other profiles. Maybe download all those ProMod add-ons. When ProMods gets updated, maybe I'll go and do that. The Ireland one and the Ukraine one and what have you.
This area up here is all part of the rework.
Yeah, after the stream I might go back. I'll forget though, know me. Go back and
Keep right.
back to ProMods and have a look at the info it had. Because I went in and I had a look at ProMods and thought, oh, see if there's any updates or if they've started any new projects for somewhere different, you know. And I had a look and they didn't. They got all of them, all the maps are in development.
Keep left. And then turn left.
Oh, great music. Where's my Nokia tune? Oh, sound fixes is off, that's why. Sound fixes was one of the ones that was wrong. Gone. I'm sure that music's changed too. It's different to what it used to be.
I said on Prairie Stream, I wish there was a mod that could change that music to Benny Hill theme.
That would be brilliant. Someone please do that. A Benny Hill theme.
Oh, it's in 30 here?
God, it's so loud I can hardly hear you in my truck. Can't hear my thoughts, but that's probably a good thing.
You can see this area is more detailed. This
I'm not going to say anything until I've delivered this, ladies and gentlemen, and I can hear myself and everything else. Oh, right there, perfect. I'll wait for you. God, sounds like something out of Mario Kart, that music. Get off so I can shut this radio up. Maybe super glue the volume to off.
another 17k.
Right, let's find out why I've got a spare truck and no driver. Oh yeah, it's my no, yeah, it is my skin. Yeah, I'll take that back. No, I'll keep that. Right, I'm going to choose a job this time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be amazing to see when all this is done and reworks are done, where they're going to take this. What it's going to look like. I'm clicking on you, let me have it. Let me... I can choose another. It's not letting me choose any of these cities. I can't choose a city. What is going on here?
It's weird.
Now I can. Okay, what can we do?
Apparently I have 211 trucks. So... This is the profile that's pretty much my main profile now for doing everything.
What do I like the look of? Go somewhere I haven't been yet. Oh, that'll do me. It's only $6 but hey. Oh, hang on, what's this one? That'll do me. That's a bit better, 24 grand. Cars. I've been making cars for a while. Oh, hang on. I haven't been there either. What was the other one? No. I'll go with this because we're already here. Love it, we'll take that one. It was through lovely Sweden.
Ooh.
Drive safe.
And to where I haven't been. This is only a $24,000 one, but a nice drive. I've picked it. I've just got to find it. There it is. With the rain in. Oh, Jesus, this is tight. Hang on, I might have to... Is there a way round there? It's not blocked up, off up there. I can go round in a circle.
No.
No?
There's definitely not.
Okay. Just I don't have much of a, I can't see. I don't have much room to get out of here. So I'll try and reverse back up and get close to this container and trailer to give me a bit more room to swing out of here. Right, and I can wait for you. Right at the roundabout. I'll wait roundabout here.
Oh, I'm right behind you. So just keep going.
So yeah, it's a good thing is I can look at OBS and see exactly where you are. How very CIA of me.
If you're really CIA, you'll notice that I've been having my windshield wipers on, despite the fact that it's where are you going?
I just noticed. I gotta turn around. I gotta do a Yui. Stop there. I'll do a U-turn. A Yui, in case people don't know, is a U-turn. We just had to go to the ferry.
Yeah.
I just thought we were going the same way, out the same way we came in. That's all.
Underground.
Oh, no, we're getting on this ferry.
Exit now.
Ooh, this is all new. Trailer gate?
Yeah, that is new, isn't it?
Security check.
Little additions. And yet, no dynamic weather. I'll put my window up, geez. The amount of extra diesel I'm using that way, is it? What they should do is make it a little bit more busy here with cars going in and out and people walking around.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first and then you can move off the spot just in case. Since you're there first. Makes sense, doesn't it? Oh, I'm a smart man. Pointing out the obvious. What was that?
See, the route that is on my map has me going to Gedser, but there's also a ferry to Trelleborg, which looks like it'll cut down a little bit of driving out of the way. So do you want to go to Trelleborg instead?
I don't know. Do you want to see the scenery or do you want to miss it? It's not much, is it, I suppose? You bypass Copenhagen. Yeah, sure, why not? Hang on, what's the difference in travel time?
Like 4 hours or so.
Trip times 10 hours, 4 hours. Let me just check the details here. I've got 23 hours for it. Well, we don't have to sleep. Sure, go for it.
All right.
Why not?
So Trelleborg it ends.
Let me know when you're clear.
All right, I should be clear.
Reroute.
Yeah, the only reason he suggests that, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, is because he knows the longer he's on that thing, the quicker he gets money coming in. Me, on the other hand, got absolutely nothing for that food truck. Except an empty wallet.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left.
Yeah, we're looking good. Yeah, we're looking good.
Get ready to turn left.
Ooh, I just got money coming in hand over fist.
Blah 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 blah. Oh, maybe I should have got my main profile on here. Ah, it's all good.
Yeah.
At the roundabout, take the first
All you're doing is reminding me what I'm the lovely money making I'm in for eventually. In the next 20 years. I'll eventually get to the same level as you. 20 years of convoy modes. One every 5 weeks over 20 years. I should be caught up to where you are now. Meanwhile, you won't be truck driving anymore. You'll be living in the Bahamas, taking world trips everywhere from, well, your millions are coming in every hour from your truckers. Probably be nothing there for me to take because your truckers would have taken, all your employees would have taken everything.
That's what they need to make next. Bahamas Truck Simulator.
It is. Yeah, during your retirement. At the age 26. There's a lot less traffic on the road in there. A lot less traffic than used to be. I'm sure of it.
Today's actually my birthday.
Today?
Yes, today.
Oh, happy birthday, mate.
Well, yesterday for you, the 11th, but today here.
Well, there we go. Well, birthday boy.
Thank you much, but I guarantee you I am not 26.
Well, we let you can do all the convoys and stuff today. We'll let you
At the
lead.
roundabout, take the first exit.
Make your day special. Put all the responsibility on you.
Sounds legit.
Exit now. Straight on.
So yeah, 12th to 11th, yeah. My son's birthday is on the 14th.
Nice.
My brother's birthday was on the 2nd.
Get ready. Turn
My
left.
sister's on the 29th.
And sounds like August is a popular birthday month in your family as well.
Actually, it's July. There's more of us in July. I've got three uncles, 2 aunties, and grandmother in July. And myself. It's also the same day as one of my uncles. I also had one of my best mates from years ago. It's also the same day as me, and I had a neighbour who was exactly the same day and year as me.
Nice. Remember when I said I was making money hand over fist?
Yeah.
I've now made over 100,000 euros since then. This is the future
Straight on.
when you have in the contest how fast you're going to be making money.
Do you know how much I've made since you mentioned off the ferry and until now? When I got off the ferry, I had $84,000. Now I've got $82,000.
Wow.
Keep right. And then exit right.
So you're making money hand over fist, I'm making money fist over hand.
Exit right.
If you're losing money, it sounds like you're losing money fist in the gut.
Pretty much sums it up when you lose money, innit?
Yeah.
What would you rather, fist to the gut or lose money?
Yeah. Well, I'd rather take the fist to the gut, actually.
So would I here, but that's because if anything goes wrong, I know my medical bills are free. Where yours aren't.
That's true. Might end up losing more money if I take the fist to the gut.
I'm sorry, Mr. JJ, but you'll need an operation. There was damage done to your stomach. Oh, how much does it cost? Oh, that's right, nothing. Operate away. How long do I need to stay here to recover? A week? Or can we make it 2? Especially now they improved hospital food. Mind you, to say that it was up in Auckland. I don't know what the hospital food here is like down here. I'm seriously considering taking off the AI traffic mod. Because they must have changed the traffic in this. They must have changed the traffic.
It certainly feels that way.
There's just nothing around. Wonder what the city's like. You know what we need, ladies and gentlemen, especially for a day like this, is what we need is a add-on, a mod add-on or something like that. Instead of having beacons, you can put a candle on the top of your truck for the birthday boy in front of me. And as you're driving along, the faster you go, the more the flame flickers back behind you. Doesn't go out. Be one of those trick candles, you know, the ones you blow out and they relight again.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, I hated those when I was a kid. Those 47 times trying to blow out the candle.
Yeah, so I got told that it'll eventually go out when you've blown it the same amount of times of your age. Just to keep me doing it for their amusement.
I don't think I have enough breath to do that anymore.
I think it was 7 at the time. You know, I'm so confident with the lack of... oh, I am getting a little close to you, though.
Go straight on.
With the lack of traffic around, to be behind you this close, knowing that nothing major's going to happen,
Yeah,
for you to suddenly stop.
Where is everything? There are no trucks. I haven't seen a single other truck out of
That's a good point, yeah.
It feels like the road is empty.
Oh, I wonder if that's got... No, what? No, hang on. I am the host, though. Maybe it is. Maybe it's got something to do with the code I put into the launch options for that mod. It'd be interesting to note, actually. I suppose if I come in and play and have a look around and then jump out and take that code out of the launch options, or the line, whatever it is, out of the launch options, come back in and see if there's any difference. It looks like there's a traffic jam up the ways here. Or maybe there's just more traffic than we've seen.
I'd welcome having to slow down for something, make me feel like I'm actually playing ETS.
Yes. Also liking the graphics. Better than the season graphic.
Trash can for a while here.
Mind you, I haven't seen the summer and spring one for a while either. To remind myself
Go straight on.
what they look like. I know one of them is very, very colourful. Just have a look at OBS here and see what my colour setup is doing to the... Sort of looks the same. I did fiddle around with them, didn't I? Because I thought they was too yellow, so maybe that's I've brought it back to a bit more natural look.
Go
Well, not
straight
natural, a look that's similar to... Even on the GPS, the red and the yellow is sort of the same. I like the way it looked before. Damn it. It was just a little too yellow, for me liking.
on. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Yeah, it looks the same on OBS. I didn't think I made that much of a difference to it. If it wasn't for that yellow light, everything looked really good, including the landscape looked more realistic, more the way colours should look for grass and that. It is, yeah.
Go straight on.
I think it's night time. That was the whole thing I did. It wasn't to make them nighttime a bit more easy to see for you guys in the chat. It could have been so dark. The heck is that? It's supposed to be a Loch Ness monster or something.
Something like that.
It's always nice driving up here in Scandinavia.
Yeah, I do like this part here next to the lake, especially.
What's that look like in widescreen? Actually, I know what it looks like on widescreen, and I've just remembered this. I've done a lot of driving on this road over my 8 years career. A lot of driving. Driving along at midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning in the game, and it's still light. I'd also like to re-find my favourite road in France. Real beautiful drive. In the south, I think it's the southwest of France. Nice and cold coffee. Totally forgot about that. Wasn't much left though.
There's bets coming in with 51K. One go. Well done on you, bets.
Ad in progress. I haven't had one ad on my phone. Not one. Lies. Twitch. Robbing me of revenue. Oh, 1 cent before tax. I gotta keep an eye out for when we're in a city and see what the traffic light is like there, see if it's more busy around the city area.
Keep right.
Because I like this density for the location we're at, in between cities and between towns and stuff. Even in between towns it shouldn't be that much.
Exit. Right.
I think with the mod, it's actually a lot more cars all around the road. Even here.
Turn left.
But yeah, like I said, I suppose I've got to try it without that launch option to see if that's the reason why there's lack of cars. It seems different than what I remember.
There definitely hasn't been any trucks at all. That's
All motorbikes.
yeah.
Keep right. At the roundabout, take the third exit.
But we're here. Well, there you go, there's a truck.
Exit now.
I mean, you play it. Does the traffic seem normal to you? Because you don't use that on your save.
It definitely feels like there's less traffic.
Yeah, so I wonder if it has got something to do with that.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
I mean, when I go and have my break, what we could do is we could jump out. Or I could jump out. You can stay if you like and keep the locals entertained with your witty banter and anecdotes. And then I could jump back. I can take that off, that code out, and jump back in, and then you start the convoy mode and then see what it
Get
looks
ready
like.
to turn right.
As a possibility.
Turn right.
Oh, there was a question mark back there. How did I miss that? Didn't we drive past it?
You have arrived at your
There you
destination.
go. Yep.
Your
Same
route
spot.
is now finished.
Whoa!
What the hell happened there?
You bunny hopped.
Why?
For fun? Your trailer's still there.
I was in the spot. I hit the button to detach the trailer. It actually did detach the trailer. I didn't get credit for it.
Yeah, it disappeared. Now it's back on your thing. Both of you went up in the air, landed, and then it disappeared, and now it's back on there.
I took 7% damage from it.
What are you moaning about, Mr. Millionaire? Just go get it fixed. Take it out of your petty cash. What about the trailer? Did it damage the trailer? And the cargo?
Only 1% trailer damage. That's... Well, this time I got credit for it. I don't know... I don't know what the heck happened.
Yeah. I'm worried now.
That was some weird glitch there.
Maybe it's a lag thing. Like I said, I mean, I was playing YouTube earlier and I was having problems with YouTube, so maybe there's a internet problem, perhaps. Maybe it's... Mind you, the hot water cylinder is right behind the wall. Right in front of me. We've been plugs in that so maybe the water's gone through I didn't even think about that, checking that, and maybe I'm having power issues which is affecting my... Mind you, why would it happen to you? Because I'm the host? I don't know, maybe I'll get up and quickly check that.
I don't know, but I'm setting myself up for a good camera angle in case it happens to you too.
That'll be fine. Because I'm going to drive right past it. Not even give it a chance. Maybe I do need a new shifter. It's getting a bit harder to get in reverse. Oh, wrong way. I accepted it, and I didn't apparently get any damage.
You definitely went airborne, though.
Yeah, I know. I was looking back, but I didn't get any damage from it.
It's just weird.
Dave, mate, how are you? Thank you for the 29 months of subscription, buddy. Appreciate it. How you doing? Thank you very, very much. Keeping me just out of debt single-handedly is DC Dave.
Welcome, DC Dave.
I'm just going to go to the question mark. See what that is. I've got 8% damage. I'll also drive out in front of someone. I might do the repair and stuff while I'm down here if you want to do the same thing. Repair your truck. You can just do what you can. You do a lot, mate. And I truly appreciate it. Damn, it's a man truck dealer. Well, I want to buy the man, but I haven't got enough money. I'm tossing out between that and getting more trucks so I can make money.
I can loan you 600 grand.
So how the hell can you loan me 600 grand? That'd be interesting knowing how much I'll need. Oh, I'll need a fair bit, won't I? About 300,000 to buy that man truck. Right, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to check something. Because like I said, I've been having problems. Yeah, maybe that's to do with my shifter. The fact that I thought it was still in 5th gear when I took it out into neutral. Right, thank goodness. Actually, it feels damp here. Yeah, it feels damp there. Right under my PC. There's no water. It also feels damp here. That's my best option. I was going to go take a break soon. I'll grab a paper towel because that'll pick it up a lot easier than my foot. It could be just cold. Which means I'll have to lift everything off the floor until they come and fix the blooming thing. What is the time? Have you got a short trip? find us a short trip. You take turn, birthday boy. How are things on the other side of the world? They're wet, Dave, by the way. I have a leak on my hot water cylinder. So yeah, just making my bathroom a little wet. Wet under the kitchen floor. And I just went to check to see if it was also somewhere else, because I've been having some internet issues and whether or not it's playing with me power, because it's a recent thing. It's a slow leak, but also around, I think roughly around the same time I've had that issue where on occasion, especially at night, when my fridge turns off, the motor on the fridge turns off, so does the monitor I'm looking at, the one right in front of me here, switches on and off at the same time. And funny enough, now I've got towels in there soaking up the water. It hasn't done it since, with the power thing.
You said you wanted a short one?
Yeah, a short one.
How short are we talking?
Something will take us about no more than 20 minutes to drive.
Right.
Around about 20 minutes to drive. What would that be? A 3-hour trip?
Probably closer to like, hold on, I can't do math right now.
I'll see if I can't find one as well, in case you can't. What's that? That's 11 hours, 8 hours, 49 hours, 5 hours, 32 hours. I mean, it doesn't really matter. 3 hours, I got one. If you can't find one. Yeah, if you can't find one, I've got one.
Yeah, mine all are on the longer side. So we'll go with yours.
It's just that, like I said, I'll try that thing if we finish it and I go have a break and I'll jump out. You can stay in the thing and I'll take that that line out of the. Oh, jeez, hang on, fix my chair up. When I hit the brake, I don't disappear out of camera view. There we go. Yeah, it's just so now I need to pull it forward, which is going to screw what I just did up. There we go. I managed to do it without having to turn around. Yeah, and see if that makes any difference to the thing. Did I just see a truck go past? Yeah, there's a truck.
Is there?
Yeah.
Wasn't paying attention.
Get ready to turn right.
I was half paying attention.
Turn
There's also one behind me.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
Yeah, no. No, here it is. Same truck coming past me now. He's going to come past you. Whoa. Hey, mate, you have some confidence in your driving, mate. You got it right there, truckie. Right, let's hope this doesn't run out. Because it's 20 minutes away. Surely the contract's... I mean, you never know with this
Go
game, mate.
straight on,
Probably
and then
lose the
turn
contract. No, I'm all up.
Turn left.
So yeah, that's what we're going to do, ladies. For those who are late, ETS said an update to 1.48. According to my game, all my mods were fine. Obviously, the season one wouldn't be because it hadn't had a chance to update it, and so I already knew that was going to be a no-go, and I took it off anyway. But Corzi came to join, and about 4 or 5 of his mods said were incompatible, out of date. And even though we had the same sort of version, exact same mods, and these are all from Steam Workshop, so we got rid of them. And one of them's the AI traffic mod. And I come in here, I'm just going to need diesel. Came in here and there's not much traffic around, which is not how I remember the vanilla game traffic to be. At all. And now we've just got trucks turning up. So first time through the whole stream we've actually seen trucks. There's 2 more just gone past me.
At the roundabout. Take the second exit.
Which I had, I'm just wondering if the lack of traffic, which I'm actually enjoying, the lack of traffic for the areas that we're in. You're going to stop, aren't you? Well, I'm going to go if you're going to stop. I mean, yeah, I live in a small country and it's what I sort of expect, well, what we see when we're out of town in rural areas and going in between cities and whatnot. But I sort of think that it'd be roughly the same. I think towns and that would be maybe slightly bigger, but not enough to make a difference on the road in Europe and stuff than it would be here. Cities are just bigger.
At the roundabout. Take the first exit. Exit now.
So I'm interested in see what it looks like in the city. But I was thinking about when I had a break, jumping out of the game, leaving you guys in Corzi's capable hands. But you can see his POV there up on the screen above my GPS, and taking that line of code out that was added in for that mod on my launch option, seeing if that is the reason why there's less traffic than I remember. And if it is, I go okay, but I'll put it back in because I'm liking this. I like it.
At the roundabout.
There's traffic, not too much traffic, but I'm still interested in see what it looks like around the city, if there'll be more traffic in the city, even though we did start in Berlin but we didn't take any notice.
Exit now.
Actually, we did. I'll tell a lie because you mentioned you missed the mod because there was more traffic around, but the thing was we started at 5 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock or something like that in Berlin. So you wouldn't think there would be many traffic around, but my recollection is it didn't matter what time of the day it was. It was about, sure you had periods where there wasn't that much traffic around, but 80% of the time it was pretty consistent as far as traffic quantity.
It was a nice ride.
Once again, it's been a long time since I've been using that mod, and a long time since I haven't used it to remember really, especially with my memory. Right, we're taking some forklifts.
Nice.
Oh, there was another thing I wanted to do too. Oh no, I'll leave it. I was going to put a driver in my other truck, but I'll leave it just because I want to go back. No, I'll leave it. I've still got my window open. Oh, look at that. A huge amount of income coming in. $1,948. Putting Corzi to shame.
Actually, right now you kind of are, because my guy couldn't find a job. It's costing me money.
Because we can get there at 11 at night and go through the night and speed through the night. I'll wait for Corzi at the roundabout. Hopefully this time I actually take note of where we got to go, unlike in to the ferry at the roundabout.
Yeah. We were just having a casual conversation, and all of a sudden, where are you going? Like,
Didn't even check to see if a car was coming. Well, I've got through that roundabout, and good news! There's a gas station up here I can fill up with, but the GPS line has still stayed the same. There's a time to loop around or go back somewhere I've already been.
Get ready. Turn left.
So I'm going to pop in and fuel up.
Turn left.
We'll turn left up here into the station.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
No, stay with the same route, GPS. It's all fine. It's all good. All under control. How many liters does this thing hold? So, yeah. Hopefully I'll be quick because I've got to go out and check my washing when the thing comes up. Because it's getting a bit colder, but it's still not too bad outside. I need to get that in before it starts getting colder, and then making the washing damp, and hopefully it's dry. And especially with the towels, because I need them, because the one I put down earlier probably all drenched and soaked now, and I need to replace it with a dry towel. And so hopefully, like I said, hopefully the plumbers come back. I was hoping yesterday, they didn't. Today maybe, possibly, I was thinking, but I haven't heard a word, so I think that's a no. Tomorrow I doubt it, which means they most likely will. Which is fine, because they need to get this done quick. But I'm expecting either Monday or Tuesday, because I assume that they took the measurements on that, and they probably had to order it in, so... I assume the landlady gave them the go-ahead. She better have, otherwise it's going to cost her a lot more, even though a hot water cylinder is very expensive. It's a lot cheaper than the water damage. A whole new one, plus the water damage this one has caused. How far behind are you? And yeah, so I might not be streaming Monday or Tuesday because it's a bit of a job to do. They've actually got to take the door off the hot water cupboard, and also take the jam out, and obviously take the cylinder out, and then re-hook it up, the new one up. Hopefully it'll save me a bit of money, because it's a very old one in there. Very, very old. No excuses. Well, I could stream, you just have a lot of noise going on, I probably won't hear me. How far are you? You're back there. I'll wait for you to catch up.
Yeah, you can keep going. I just got around the roundabout.
So I see. So yeah, even if I do, I might do a catch-up one anyway, because I sort of feel like I need to make catch-up ones, especially. I still feel bad about what happened on Tuesday, Dave. Cutting that one short because how I was feeling. And the funny thing about that is after I stopped the stream, about 20 minutes, half an hour later, I put on Cold War and didn't have an issue at all. Was that a soccer ball in the middle of that roundabout?
It is, isn't it?
So yeah, I don't know what it was. I've got a theory, but then I'm sort of feeling that way again, and my eyes are gone all dry. So, but I had a good sleep last night, which I think is the main cause of that. Is the fact that I haven't been sleeping well, and I was just really tired. Oh, yeah, drop it down. There we go. These brakes are too sensitive. I stopped too quickly.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Get into 7th. Oh, it was. Good old Volvo's got the power anyway. As long as I don't come to a full stop. If I'm moving just ever so slightly, I know 7th gear will get me going, but if I'm at a full stop, then it's into 5th. I was getting my gear changes all wrong. Thinking I'm in a gear I'm not in. It's getting cold. Got a window open. Hey, let's keep an eye on the road, eh? I think I got a window open.
Disappointed I wasn't a little bit closer to you to see what was drive off the road.
I wasn't driving off the road because it was a median barrier I would have to get through. Instead I was driving into that. The barrier on the side of the road. Oh no! No, 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 no!
What happened?
The customer expects the delivery very soon, so yes, I've got the bloody loud music in my ear again. Because sound fixes, for those who don't know, was one of the mods that didn't work for him, even though we had the same version. So we had to get rid of that, so I'm stuck with this instead of the Nokia tune, the quiet Nokia tune. I'm not gonna. Oh, I suppose I better should slow down for the 70. Why can't we turn this off? It's stupid. We know now. I know that I'm running behind. Even a noise with the notification saying our customer expects this delivery soon would be nice. Not the continual music.
I can't stand that music. I mute it. I can't stand it.
You mute it?
Yeah.
Where?
In the settings.
Okay, I'm going to quickly pull over and do that once I get a bit of a spot. Because, yeah. It is so annoying and loud because I can't hear you. Just happened when you talk, then it actually died down a bit, but I'm going to pull over right here, block everyone, get into the settings. So it'll be under music, is it?
Yeah, it's just under the volume settings.
Music volume. Does that also get rid of the... Apparently not. No, that's UI music. No, that's fine, that's fine.
Yeah, separate.
Oh, it's gone.
Isn't it so nice
No,
to
it is.
not music blaring just because you're running a little bit late?
Let's go remember to turn it back on when we get the thing back, the mod back. And go right into 11th from 9th gear. It's my no, my high beam's not on. So what do we got? We've got an hour and I've got an hour and 8 minutes. I'm assuming you got the same. And deadline's in an hour and 12.
Yeah. In other words, I'm probably not going to make it.
I'm going to stick at 80 through the 70 zone. I'll risk it. Plus I need to get to the end quickly and not because of the deadline. Because I just had a missed call from nature. Wondering where I am. Missed the appointment. If you know what I mean. Yes.
Missing that appointment is not pleasant. What is going on here? It's one of these roadworks.
Yeah. I've got enough water on the floor at the moment thanks to the hot water cupboard. I don't need to add any other, even though I might be adding. Never mind. Let's move on, shall we? We're not here for that time. Oh, how about the weather, eh? Can't see it. I'm pretty sure it used to be dark in this game, or maybe I'm thinking of something else. Why isn't it? Get into gear. Oh. God, I'm an idiot. I'm going to need to change to 10. Jeez. Not paying attention today, am I? Yeah, I was pretty sure that this time of the night it would be not time. It is not time. It'd still be daylight. It's usually daylight up here. Maybe that's to do with the season model I'm using. Perhaps. But I'm sure even vanilla was always daylight. Maybe it's pro mods actually. Maybe pro mods had something to do with that.
No, I think Pro Mods does, because I know you get up in like the far north, you start seeing the northern lights and stuff in Pro Mods.
I haven't had a single ad on my phone all day, even though my Steam manager told me an ad's running. Now, I've just got one now on the side, and apparently there's not one running for another 24 minutes.
Turn right.
Told you weird things are going on my YouTube, even with the ads and that buffering.
Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Go straight on.
Here we are. That was probably the entrance here. No, my luck. Well, it looks like we can get in up here. Sometimes GPS is like that. No, I'm guessing it's here.
I know my drop-off points on this side.
It's all over now.
And there's one there. Wonder if we stay on the ground this time.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I haven't got much room to reverse it in. Actually, I'm going to skip it because I really need to get to the, sorry ladies and gentlemen. I was actually looking forward to that, but I really need to take a break, so let me just get out of the way of Corzi quickly, because I knew I had to do all that stuff.
Well, I stayed on the ground.
Yeah, well that's because I skipped. I didn't actually deliver it.
Well, I stayed on the ground too.
Oh, did you? Oh, you there, were you? So I didn't need to get out of the way. So I'm just going to turn my truck off there. I am going to hit that there. I am going to quickly go G underscore... Is it set time? Do you remember? Was it set underscore?
After you get back.
No, I was going to do it to 5 and let it run from 5 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
It'd be fine. I just want to get it done now. So at least they would have, with you there, they'll have... if you're sitting in your cab, sunshine and stuff to look at things the other night.
Oh, I was going into my...
Is it set time underscore, or is it set G underscore set underscore time, or is it G underscore set time?
It's G underscore set underscore time, I think.
Yeah, there it is, and we've got nice blue sky. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to quickly go have a break. Like I said, I'll be as quick as possible, but I do need to get more washing. Hopefully it's dry off the line, and yeah, other things as well. Make myself a little bit lighter, and yeah, I'll leave you with this lovely view of Corzi. He can keep you entertained while I do what I need to do, and I'll see you guys shortly.
Recruitment agency with all these ranks. We'll be hiring him.
Hello there.
We're just going to take a little drive around town. Nice little tour. Just discover some interesting roads, see what we can see. Don't mind the truck. maybe that way. Just a nice little tour of Kalmar. See some of the quaint little homes.
Hello, Smootho. How are you, buddy? I was just having a break. I'm enjoying the lovely sights of Mr. Corzi. The birthday boy. You want to wish him a happy birthday while it's still the 11th in the US. Right, it's midnight. Right. Got the washing in. It's all dry. Fantastic. And I think I'm comfortable enough, yes. So, okay, you can pick a delivery since I picked the last two.
Okay. Well, I am going down this way, halfway there already, so we're gonna Equinor.
Okay.
Pick a delivery from there.
On my way. Shortly. As soon as I start
Time to
everything
get
up.
the job done.
And there we go. We can do LPG down to north.
Uh, 22 minutes away. Blink of an eye. In this game,
Turn right.
as long as I don't hit anything.
Get ready to turn right.
Oh, I should have seen if I had enough
Turn
money
right.
for a new truck. I don't even know how much my trucks are.
There's the castle over there. This is a very nice area. That's why I wanted to deliver from this company, because you get to pass by all this stuff.
Oh, no, what am I doing? I'm not going anywhere. Straight ahead. It's a weird place for a set of lights. Doesn't seem busy enough for a set of lights here. A giveaway would be more appropriate. Makes more sense to have me out. Well, that 70 didn't last long, did it? Oh, my throat's burning.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Oh, wrong exit. Jeez, it's a day for it for me today, isn't it? Oh, I wanted to go past this exclamation mark. That's the reason why.
Turn left.
Oh, it's a Mercedes dealer. Where's me recruitment agency so I can get a option like Corzi had before?
Go straight on and then turn left. Turn left.
It does seem like there's a little more traffic around here.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Oh, it's 50, 50, slow down.
Go straight on. Turn left.
Nice view of Kalmar Castle.
Well, that's a nice shot. I just heard it through Discord. You took a shot, then looked at the screen and saw what you took a shot of.
I mean, it is a photo trophy thing on this well captured honestly.
You're ready to go.
Fine. Okay.
I have stopped. Thank you very much. And you would take same job.
Let's go.
Just out of curiosity, truck dealers. I believe I've got a Volvo.
This really is a nice area for an industrial chemical plant and everything else here.
Oh, skinnier. Okay. Oh, let's buy a Volvo. Well, let's see how much we can get a Volvo for. How much I've got? 134,000. What have we got? 115. That'll do. Oh, I gotta buy a new garage. Okay. Sorts that out, doesn't it? Damn it. Maybe I should have just, actually I will try it without. Just use the mirrors.
Drive safe.
I was half expecting to hit those barriers, I'll tell you that much. That one was going up very slowly. Okay, we're off.
We're off. You want to go out in front or should I?
You go. You chose. You go. You're in front of me anyway.
As soon as I get an opportunity here.
Interesting, we were out of sync because it's pouring down on my screen and yours is beautiful daylight. Very Pirate, how are you, buddy? You good, mate? That was your stream. Pretty sure you streamed today.
Drive off the road as I get one more look at this castle. It really is quite nice.
I wonder if I can do it on this. I don't know if I've given my other account moderation privileges while I'm trying to drive as well. This will be fun. I think that's right. Hopefully that's right. There we go. Shout out for Perry Pirate, ladies and gentlemen. Go check him out if you've not watched him before. He does ATS and a lot of GeoGuessr, and he's plumb good at it. Mind you, I've tried that and I just gave up because I have no clue where anything is. Even if I did my own country, I probably wouldn't be able to figure it out. It's not actually true. I did watch an American on YouTube do a New Zealand GeoGuessr for cities.
Get ready to turn left.
And I got 2 of them right out of the 10 he did, I think.
Turn left.
Oopsie. Right button, there we go. Oh, it finally started raining on your screen.
Yep.
I got stuck at the lights.
Oh,
Go
it's
straight on.
coming down in sheets too.
Raining cats and dogs, ladies and gentlemen. That's because the RSPCA blew up. Just a joke. Someone out there that will be upset with that one. You know, no reason needed really. Just understand it's just a joke. Of course, it'd be a terrible thing if it actually happened in real life. It'd be really terrible if it actually happened in real life. It's a sad state of affairs when you got to sit there and actually justify yourself these days. Well, things that really didn't matter, didn't affect anyone really 10 years ago. And that's just the way the world's going.
The whole point of comedy is that you shouldn't have to explain it. So if it ruins the joke, it wouldn't have to.
If you don't laugh, if you're unable to even laugh at something that's like that, it softens the impact of the tragedy of it. You know? You need to laugh at it, otherwise it affects you more. I think, personally. But everyone's got their own opinion, and quite welcome to your own opinion. Just realise when it comes to me, you're wrong. I'm right. Which is pretty much everyone's point of view when it comes to their own opinions. All good. One day we'll all be dead and none of it will matter anyway to you at that time.
That's true.
So if it ain't going to bother you then, why should it bother you now? Maybe I should turn the rain thing down. I don't know what it's set at on this profile.
Go straight on.
Definitely not lasting as long as it has been on the competition profile. The rain. Well, I mean, it's only rained once, which it wasn't for long.
I'm sure it's saving up all the rain for when we do Oklahoma tomorrow.
Oh, I just realised I need to change on my schedule page the my Monday and Tuesday game because it's still on The Last of Us. I've forgotten about that. I've forgotten about that because okay, good breaks. Complaining about how quickly you stopped earlier. That time you just saved me a lot of money. Because I'm pretty sure in my other profile I would have taken that van for a ride with me.
I wish I could have seen that.
It would have been an extra addition to my delivery on my other profile. You know, I've dropped off this trailer for you and a van. We didn't order a van. Yeah, I know that. I got an ad. Ads all over now. I got an ad. I kept quiet through the ad, just in case for those of you who are getting an ad at the same time. What? Look down. Yes, an ad for the coffee I already buy. Jids.
Get ready to turn right.
The second strongest jids they have because
Turn right.
for some reason they don't have the strongest in espresso grind. They have it for a plunger, they have it in beans, whole beans, which I don't have a grinder. I used to, and that's the one I used to buy, was a very strong one. Mind you, they also have a black labelled coffee as well, which is a lot stronger. But it comes with the price to match, so I don't manage able to get that one that often. But that's good. And strong coffee. Strong espresso coffee. Mind you, that one's not too bad. No, I used to get another brand that was quite... It was cheaper and it was stronger. Well, actually, the 5, which is the strongest. I can only get with this brand 4, which is the second strongest. But the other brand had it in espresso grind, and that was called, I'm trying to remember what it was called. They also do a very nice chocolate drink as well. Avalanche, that's the name of it. It's a free trade brand. And they would do a 5 strength in espresso grind, but ever since COVID, I haven't seen them.
Go straight on.
Then again, the supermarket down here, which is shall remain nameless for no reason at all, Pack and Save is what it's called, is probably the worst Pack and Save in the whole country down here. And they'll have certain products one week and then won't have it the next week, and yeah, they're all over the place. They'll give you a price one week for something, next week it'll be higher, but it'll be on a tag saying super low. I kid you not. That's exactly what happens. Super low price. Or super low everyday price. Which makes no sense. Super low everyday price. I've never understood that. But yeah, it'll be more expensive than it was the week before. Their potatoes don't last. They're really the worst pack and save supermarket in the whole country. I could go to other supermarkets, but they're actually the cheapest supermarket. I remember when they first arrived on the scene and they were so much cheaper, which ended up making your shopping more expensive. Hey, what? What do you mean? I'll tell you what I mean. There's actually a lot of, like, the meat's more expensive than other supermarkets. That's obviously where they make the money up, but because they buy in bulk and all that kind of stuff, they get a cheaper price, which is standard economics. The more you buy, the cheaper you should get it. And so a lot of the other stuff is very, very cheap. And because you went and shopping, if you had a budget back then, for two people, $80 was really good. You could get a good amount of shopping out of it. Nowadays, $80, I barely get enough for myself. And unfortunately, it's actually all I can afford. An $80 budget. Otherwise, I'd love to have a bit more. But I digress. What was I saying? What was the point? Yeah, back then, you'd go in and you have your budget. We had the budget and normal other ones. There was 3 other supermarkets at the time. One was called New World. The other one was called, well, it's now called Countdown. It used to be Woolworths. And there was one more, which I think it's also changed its name. Maybe disappeared. Foodtown, that's right. Foodtown and Woolworths became Countdown. They joined forces. So now we only got the 3 really. We've got Countdown, New World, and Pack and Save. And the New World and Countdown are a lot more expensive. And so that's where we used to do the shopping. And Pack and Save came out, and you saw that you could, how much you could get for the same amount of money. So when you came across something else and it was above your budget that you wanted to spend, you go, well, it's cheaper than normal, I'll just grab it. So you ended up spending more in your shopping, even though you got more, but you ended up spending more a week than you normally would have. And that's what I mean by it becoming more expensive, because you end up spending more money. Because you justify it by saying, well, it's cheaper than the other places, so I'll grab that as well. I'll grab that as a treat, a bit of chocky as a treat that I normally wouldn't get, or an extra packet of chips, or the more gourmet types of potato chips, like Delissio. I've got a brand here called Delissio, and they are delicious. Amazing flavours. Not usual. My favourite was what was it? It was a Greek something or other. I can't remember what it was called. It's been so long because they're expensive. I can't afford them anymore. Absolutely my favourite tasting potato chip. It was a Greek type of meal flavour. Even the salt vinegar chip was better. It was balsamic vinegar and something else. Making me hungry. Nowadays I just stick with the cheapy everyday house brand. But Eater or Bluebird, which I've got behind me, which I think I've shown on stream once before.
Left lane.
I am in the left lane. I'm a little behind you.
Gotcha, slow moving truck.
I've been overtaken by a truck. Actually, the traffic wasn't going slow in the rain, was it?
No. Wish there wasn't that much traffic to begin with, so maybe I just didn't notice.
There's not much traffic around at all, is
Keep
there?
right, and then exit right.
Like I said, I'm liking this. And I forgot to actually shut the game down and start it up without that thing on. I'll try and remember to do it. Because then tomorrow with the ATS... I mean, the only reason I wouldn't do it is if there's more traffic around the city. Then I'll be happy to leave it as it is. And actually very happy to get rid of that mod off the competition profile. I'll take it off ATS tomorrow. Remind me, I'll probably forget, but... We just needed a decent sized city to go into. Just to see what the traffic is like there. If it's not busy, then I'd rather keep the other one.
Go straight on.
So where are we headed? We're headed to Nuremberg. Do a lap of the ring. One German ring to rule them all. So we left Germany, Berlin, at the start of the stream, ended up in Sweden. Now we're heading back into Germany.
Go straight on. Go straight on.
Don't know why I'm looking out to see what the weather's like. I've already brought the washing in. So we're gonna take the same ferry as last time?
No, because I think I'm already past the exit for it.
Oh, yeah, we have. Well, it's yeah. This one I'm going past now. All right, we'll see what we missed and see if it was worth missing. For those that don't know, chat, we when we came from Germany and that, where we headed to now was where the ferry. Well, the route was telling us to take the ferry to, but said we bypassed it and went to Trelleborg, just down to the bottom of us on the map there. So we're currently going to the ferry we were supposed to take, so we can see what the scenery's like. I think this is new, by the way. Don't recall this. 172 euros and toll. What? Hey, what? Thieving. Country that can't even put 2 lanes together for long.
Granted, it is for this giant bridge and tunnel combination. Let's keep an noggin off in the distance there.
The ferry was cheaper, wasn't it?
Maybe.
I think it was about 400 euros. Geez, that plane's coming down on a weird angle, isn't it? Yeah, pull up, pull up. Last thing you need is Homelander to come and save you. A little reference for all the boys watchers out there. Speaking of TV, I had some sad news. It turned out one of my favourite shows I enjoyed watching. Well, it was really good except for the last few seasons after the main character sort of left, but I enjoyed it because I liked the other main character. And just to find out the end story, which is the Blacklist. There was a 10th season which I didn't know about, and I can't get it here. I've lost access to that 10 series unless I get myself Netflix, and I ain't paying Netflix because they stole money from me so they can get stuff. And I ain't paying whatever it is a month to watch one show. That's not economically viable in my view. Because I'll probably watch it in 2 days, so technically I'm paying a month for 2 days worth of watching. Netflix stole from me. You want to elaborate? Alright, I'll elaborate since you all asked. When I heard you ask. Basically, there was nothing left on Amazon Prime to watch, and I was desperate. I've watched YouTube to death and there was nothing on there as well, so I decided to get Netflix. And that was a huge decision because it's more than twice the amount a month than Amazon Prime is down here. And I also find there's a lot better shows on Amazon Prime, personally. But anyway, I got it for a month. They'd taken away the 2-week free trial, or the month free trial, whatever. They had 2-week free trial, actually, which is what I wanted to do, just so I could see if there was anything on there that I would like to watch. And instead I paid the whatever it was a month to go in there and find out there was nothing on Netflix I wanted to watch. So I tried to get my money back. Cancel it, try to get my money back. Do you think they'll give me my money back? No. They get stuffed and they keep sending me emails, so I went and unsubscribed to them, told them not to send me emails. I ain't paying thieving bastards any money. You've conned me once. Shame on me. Conned me twice. I'm an idiot. I already know I'm an idiot. I don't need to do that to confirm it again. I was disappointed about that fact, and it's in the blacklist. And I haven't found much on Amazon Prime either, but I mean, I also use it to subscribe to people on Twitch when I remember. Actually, I went to subscribe to you, Perry, the other day, and I can't find a subscribe button on your page. So, geez, my throat's spinning. Is my lunch giving me reflux? So, which is worth it because it's $8 a month for Amazon Prime, which is good. And I can have one free subscription to anyone on Twitch, which normally is around about $9 for me to do. And I'm pretty sure that the streamer gets a little bit more money for that subscription than the normal way. I think. Which is also a bonus. But yeah, there's nothing on there I want to watch anymore because I've done everything on that. Well, there's probably plenty of movies, but I struggle to watch movies these days. Unless I really want to watch a movie. Like John Wick 4 or something like that, and then yeah, I'll sit through that. So I'm just waiting for
Keep right, and then
The
exit
Boys,
right.
really. That's the only Amazon thing. The Expanse is finished. Done, dusted.
Exit right.
And Boys is the only thing that they make now that's still going. Can't think of anything else. Though I enjoy my Star Trek, and it's actually a shame with the Netflix one, but once again it's just one show which I'm going to pay whatever $18 a month for to watch, which is Star Trek Discovery, which I quite enjoyed. And I think they're also doing the other one with the second captain. He finally gets his own series. The name is Pike, Captain Pike. The second captain of the Enterprise. Finally got his own series. And that first season wasn't too bad, actually. Quite happy to say. It's nice to see that the second captain has got a series, because we've had the third captain, which is Kirk. The fourth captain, which is Picard. The first captain, which is name escapes me, but one of my probably my most favourite Star Trek series, Star Trek Enterprise. Archer, I think his name was, and came up to be Admiral, which they use his name in the movies. Of course they do, because Simon, what's his name, plays Scotty in it. He wrote a few of those,
Turn right.
and he's a huge fan of Star Trek. So yeah. So yeah, he had his own series, and now Pike's got his own series. Which begs the question: who came after? Yeah, that's the actor. I'm just trying to remember his actual name, and his character's name. I definitely remember the Vulcan, T'Pol. Just I remember 7 of 9 for some reason. Well, actually, B'Elanna was my favourite. And that's out of Voyager, which is my second favourite Star Trek. I mean, it goes without saying, let me clarify this. When I rate them, I do not include the original series, because that's the OG. That's the series. I don't. That's on a level of its own. None of those other ones will top it, in my view. So when I go number 1 as Enterprise, that's under the original series, Captain Kirk and stuff. And then Voyager being the second one. Deep Space Nine was, to me, was just Days of Our Lives in the middle of space. It was a soap opera. I didn't really like it. I would actually put Picard ahead of Next Generation. I loved Picard, the series that they've recently done. I thought that, especially the third one, when they actually got all the old actors in from the original Next Generation, and with the more freedom that they had with not being so PG, was a fantastic fantastic season, and that was the last one. It's a shame they didn't carry it on. Have you heard about the Shuttle podcast, which has 2 of the guys from Enterprise? No, which 2? Which 2 guys? And Discovery I like as well. I think I put that under Next Generation though, personally. This looks exactly like the other ferry we just went to.
Because it is.
Oh yeah, it's just a destination. Hey, I'm paying attention. Yeah. Tata, I wonder how I'd rate
Get
my
ready.
sci-fi
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
series, and I'll include Star Wars because it really is a
Find new
series.
route.
I mean, I was always a fan of Star Trek over Star Wars. Very first
Sorry.
Star Wars, that's right. Very first Star Wars I loved, absolutely loved. The New Hope, which is obviously the 4th episode. I wasn't a big fan of The Empire Strikes Back, and I wasn't a big fan of The Return of the Jedi either. However, Phantom Menace, the first one of the very first episode with Jar Jar Binks, who I actually enjoyed, I liked that one the most out of the next 2. I didn't really enjoy the next 2. Since then, I haven't really enjoyed any of them, except for one, which was an independent, which is Rogue, which I thought was fantastic, which Rogue is set in between the 3rd episode and the 4th episode. You find out how they get the Death Star plans. I really enjoyed that one. So Star Trek will always be my favourite over that. Now, the interesting thing there is I'm a big fan of Star Trek. Well, I always have been. That'll go above one of my other favourite ones, which is the Stargate series. Which I'm a bit of a weirdo on that one as well. I love Stargate. I love Stargate Atlantis. I thoroughly enjoyed Stargate Universe, which is the one they ended up cancelling because people didn't like it. Because it was a different format than the other ones. And I get that. But it was a lot smarter and less tongue-in-cheek type thing, but I really enjoyed that one. But as a series, out of all of them, I put the redone Battlestar Galactica ahead of them all. I absolutely love Battlestar Galactica. I was a fan of the original.
And then
I
turn
enjoyed
right.
it, even though I only saw the first season because when the second season eventually came out, 4 years later or whatever it was, I didn't get an opportunity to watch it. But the new one I loved. Absolutely love it. Oh, hang on, The Expanse will be out there too. That was fantastic. Yeah, I obviously need to sit down and think about it a bit more because I've forgotten about The Expanse. There was another one called Dark Matter I loved, which was on the Sci-Fi show. That got cancelled. I don't think it was due to ratings. It was because the Sci-Fi... It wasn't made by Sci-Fi Channel itself, and they cancelled it because they wanted to do... they wanted to keep one of their other shows, which was actually doing less than the ratings, and replace the slot with that because they had something else coming out, which was a shame, and nobody else picked it up. But Dark Matter I thoroughly enjoyed, absolutely enjoyed that, and it's a shame because it didn't get an opportunity to end the story off. And there were so many unanswered questions, especially about the main characters. So many. And if you haven't seen Dark Matter and you like your sci-fi, if you can find it, watch it. Stick with it, and yeah, you'll quite enjoy it. You know, give it a little go. And with all the things that come out about the main characters, you go, oh. Then you're never too sure with the main characters. Neither of them, actually, because I think the first episode they all wake up and they've got no memory and they don't know who they are. I think, if I remember rightly, that might be another sci-fi show. And feel free to put it in the chat, anyone. What you, if you're a sci-fi fan, what you like. What do you think's the best sci-fi movie too? Be a franchise, it could be, you know, like Terminator. Or a single like Blade Runner. Well, mind you, there's 2 of those now, aren't there? I think the first one was way better than the second one. Surprise, surprise, the second wasn't as good. Would Back to the Future be classed as a sci-fi?
I would say so.
Yeah, time travel. I suppose it would be. There's so many, isn't there? Aliens.
It's hard to decide, really.
The Last Starfighter. Star Trek Farscape I've never got into. Babylon 5 I did watch a little bit of that and I did like a little bit of it. The main actor from the show, Mrs. Something in the Scarecrow. He was an agent of sort. I'm trying to remember the show's name, but I enjoyed that show. Forgotten about it until you mentioned it. Yeah, but I didn't get an opportunity. I haven't been able to find it since. I actually like Babylon 5. Doctor Who, yes. Now, I was a fan of Doctor Who as a kid. We had Doctor Who and we had... well, they eventually repeated the Doctor Who with the very first Doctor Who, but when I watched it, it was mainly Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker, with K9. And I was a fan of that, and then when they repeated some of them, they would always repeat the Doctor before it with John Pertwee, who I knew from a kids show called Wurzel Gummidge. An English kids show called Wurzel Gummidge, which I also think is a book in England, children's books. And he was brilliant. He ended up being my favourite Doctor. Then eventually they brought out, like, I got to see the first Doctor and then the second Doctor, and that was all in black and white. I think they eventually went to colour halfway through John Partridge's tour of duty. Oh, you also as well. Yeah, and then they went... The next guy was the guy from a show called All Creatures Great and Small. He was alright. The one after that, I don't think. I think eventually they stopped showing it. But I haven't watched any of the new ones at all. Not one of them. And I think it might be the same reason as why it took me so long to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. Because those things hold something special for me, a special memory, you know, as a childhood and all that. And you're afraid it'll ruin it for you, you know. And I think that was one of the benefits. Holy moly, there's a traffic jam. The benefit, I think, for me waiting so long and eventually watching Star Trek. I think it was 10 years after Star Trek started, or maybe finished, before I even watched The Next Generation. I watched Voyager way before, when that came out, loved it. As I said, I watched a little bit of Deep Space Nine. Every time I went back to it, it just reminded me of a soap opera. Actually, there was another really, really good English one, which is what I watched between Doctor Who, and then there was one called Blake 7. That was a really good show. They probably look like crap nowadays, but back then that was a really good sci-fi show, TV show. Best looking ship I've ever seen in a sci-fi too, their ship. I'll have to say. It's funny how I took so long to watch The Next Generation, but when the new Battlestar Galactica came out, I watched that straight away. I'm glad that I did. Just notice ABS is up the top. Gift a subscription. Yeah, I'll gift to myself a subscription. Sure. So I can get all the benefits I already got now as a streamer for my channel. What have we got? 32. If it gets a bit dark, we might skip the time, eh? We've got plenty of time before the
Keep
deadline.
right, and then exit right.
Yeah, sounds good.
Exit right.
I can't remember, Perry, do you have ETS? Because you're quite welcome to come and join if you want. You can even join if you don't want to, you can even join us on voice. I'll leave it up to you. Mind you, we're only probably going to go for maybe an hour at the most. Though it is getting a bit cold. It's getting late for here too, isn't it? What's the time? About 11? Corzi?
Oh, yeah, like 11:37 here.
Yeah, fair enough. It's an open invitation always for you, mate.
Mary, are you going to be joining us tomorrow? For the ATS convoy?
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
That one, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, tomorrow's convoy. We will be doing the season mod because it has been updated. do the farewell, which you can't do. So Perry says he doesn't know. I was thinking about doing a 12-hour stream tomorrow. I could join you for an hour or so. Yeah, but like I said, it's open-ended, mate. You can join for however long you want, and if you want to, if you don't want to, it's totally up to you. Even if you wanted to stream at the same time, doing it together is fine. I can actually put your stream on my thing as well, so you can get a view of both Corzi and you driving around, if you felt like it. Actually, they have a guest star thing on this now. I have no idea what that is. I should look it up. Maybe that has the same effect.
I think it's kind of like they're streaming at the same time or something. And they're like featuring each other on each other's streams. I haven't actually seen it in action.
Yeah, I should look it up. Should see what it is. Or maybe because you can give me a heads up when you go live.
Provided I'm around. Know exactly what my plans are for most of the day tomorrow.
There is a notification on my Discord too, failing that. It should come up with an add everyone. Is anyone on there? All the other ones I don't. So I don't, because a lot of people complain about the being tagged in Discord, which I've never understood, but there we go. So I don't do the add everyone for when Perry goes live or Ryder and all the other guys. I don't have to worry about the YouTube because the bot I used to use, the YouTube used to be free, but you had to pay to get the Twitch notifications, but now they made it you have to pay for the YouTube notifications, which is really funny because if you already had YouTube notifications on there, they stayed there. Which, when I did my Discord, that disappeared.
That looks...
I used it first on 5th Chord, which is 5th Discord, and that was fine, and that's when I found out it went to a paid thing, so I tried to use it on my Discord when I set that up, and hello, which I thought was annoying. So I can't do Duck when Duck goes live, well, when he releases a video, or Frith when he releases a video, unless I pay. Which I wouldn't mind doing, I just don't have the money, because they do ask for a little bit of money. More than I would expect them to ask for, to be honest, for a premium version of their bots or whatever. But what do I know? Everything, I just don't know how to access it, that's all. My throat's really burning. I wonder if it's because of the smell in the water. Please fix me hot water cylinder by Monday at the very latest. If they do turn up tomorrow, by the way, I'll actually switch the ATS stream to Monday instead. and think over whether I will stream Metro on Tuesday. We'll skip it or do it. I'll catch up maybe Tuesday and Thursday because I can't do it on Wednesday. And if it does Monday, I will be stopping at 4 o'clock because I've got to go off for a birthday dinner. And it's happening on Monday with my son. Gee, where are you? I can't even see you on my...
Just a little bit up before.
I was thinking maybe pulling over. And I'll try and catch up to you and just speed through the night.
Yeah, this rain that we do.
If you find a spot on the side of the road, just pull over and I'll come up and back up behind you and then we'll fast forward the time.
Really? Listen, there's a pull over for a fuel station. That's still something. Thunderstorms going on here. You getting the thunder and the lightning?
Yeah. Just as you said it. But I had it before as well. They are doing the speed limit. They are doing the speed limit.
I'm pulling over at this rest stop. Because that's where it makes sense to do something like sleep the night, right?
Yep. I think I am going to get rid of that mod. If they're doing the speed limit, I don't care how many cars are out and about. If they're doing the speed limit during the rain, that mod's now gone. Those who don't know what I'm talking about, it's a AI traffic mod that I got to give us a bit more realism as far as the traffic density in certain places and whatnot. But yeah, it just seems that even though when I first used it I noticed a huge difference, but it just seems like there's less traffic than there used to be without it. And in ETS used to be a lot of traffic all the time, but there's less than what there is on that other one. With the thing. But one thing about that is I've complained about is that when it rains the traffic does about 20 k's or 20 miles an hour depending on which game it is below the speed limit, and it is irritating as heck. And I've just noticed now it is raining and they're doing the speed limit. This is perfect actually, I need a quick break. So I'll skip night, I'll quickly go and have a bathroom break, and I'm also full up in fuel as well here too actually. I just saw the level. The level, Neville. Look at the level. And I'll whip you over to Corzi's view while I'm gone. Oh, wrong intermission screen. That one I want. Will I quickly go off? But I'll set it to daylight so we'll at least get a nice view while waiting for me.
All right, I will be taking advantage of your break to take a bio break of my own.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll just chuck it onto intermission then.
All right.
And, oh, actually, I did that because I want that. No, wrong button. Let me just change it to that. Yeah, I'll be back. Just quick bathroom break. I'll leave you with that lovely view of rain and a bit of sunrise. Actually, not too bad, isn't it? Yeah. And some trees and grass and things that a lot of us gamers forget that exist. I'll be back shortly. Oh, I've unmuted that. Just check. Right, okay, that went awry. One button, I clearly didn't actually use the button on the mouse to mute everything. I thought I muted it, but I did it on my Steam Deck app, on whatchamacallit. So I thought, yeah, my mouse button will mute you guys, OBS, and Discord. So anyway, yeah, so, that went bad. But we're back to normal. Corzi's here, I assume.
I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I came in and said, right, I'm back. I switched over the scene back into the game scene, and then I went to say something. I was just looking at the camera, and your feed went green and then disappeared, so which threw me off. And then I started talking because, as I said, I thought I'd actually, when I left, muted by both OBS and by the mouse button. But then I looked down and saw that the mic wasn't, yeah. Anyway, we're here. Let's get going.
Good to go?
Good to go.
Turn left.
Hopefully I muted everything. I assume I did. I know I muted Discord because that was on OBS while you were gone,
Get ready.
so no sounds would come
Right.
through. But if, funny enough,
Turn right.
when I press the button, if you, OBS and Discord was muted, maybe I did forget to mute. But hopefully you didn't hear me go to the bathroom, ladies and gentlemen. I doubt you would have. I don't think the mic picked it up. And if you did, I apologise. With any luck, I might get VOD muted because there's probably someone out there that's going to claim it as their own sound. As he did to someone, a streamer on a game, a flight simulator, he got a copyright for the wind sound in the games.
Goodness.
And he fought it. No, I actually found I was watching something on YouTube yesterday. I can't remember what it was. It was maybe a reaction to a music band or a song or something. And hang on a second, I need to cough. Oop. And then afterwards was a recommendation for a person that I recognise. The channel name I didn't recognise. And I thought, hang on, this person used to have a partner who was there doing reactions to music. And they were great. They were like chalk and cheese, you know, they were totally polar opposites. He was this guy who was just like sort of serious, really analyses the music and tries to figure out what the lyrics mean and stuff like that. And his partner, she's just a real bubbly personality, really open, really, you know, just she's really neat. Her personality's really neat. And she was missing. And I was like, what's going on? Don't tell me they split up, because last time I watched them they were just about to have a baby, and this was a few months ago last time I watched them. Yeah, so I went searching, trying to remember what their channel was called. I couldn't remember, and this channel it didn't even have, on channels, you know how they have other channels. Normally when people have multiple channels they have their channel linked to their channel, other channels on their page. Couldn't find anything, so I went back. I knew a song that they had reacted to and I put it into search and went all the way down until I found it because I was interested in knowing. I was hoping that they hadn't split up. And they got a copyright strike for music thing they watched. And it almost ended their channel. They fought it, and what it turns out is, after doing a lot of investigation and talking to some YouTuber who was very good at getting off copyright strikes, he disputes a lot of them. The people that made the copyright claim weren't the band, which was the Eagles. If you know the Eagles, you know the Eagles. Wasn't the record company.
Keep left.
Wasn't the Riders, which would be the Eagles. Wasn't anyone to do with the band or anything. It was some random person. Put in the copyright complaint. And they investigated this, found this out, and then they disputed it, and YouTube found out that this was the case, and they go, right, okay, we'll now know that if they try that with anyone else. So there's obviously people there that do that, so you end up being demonetized. And maybe the money goes to them. Because I know if you get demonetized and stuff like that, and all the ads and that are run on them, I'm pretty sure go to the people that own the copyright. instead of the content creator. Which I've always said is stupid. If you're using a whole song without having breaks for it, right? If you're not looking at what you can fair use. If you're just playing the whole song,
And then exit right.
then yeah, I agree with that and stuff like that. But yeah, it's also advertising. You know, you're advertising this. I've gone through it before. I'm not going to go through it again. I disagree with some of the way they do the copyright things. They're a little too greedy. And I think their little greed just ends up costing them money more than saving them money. Because there's a lot of bands out there from the 60s and 70s that have been reacted to by people that would never listen to that music and get into that music now. So they would download it. They would buy it off whatever it is. I don't buy music,
Keep right.
to be honest.
And then exit right.
I've got all the music I want. I don't find anything new particularly. It's all the same to me.
Right.
And they've proven that actually. It's been research done and
Keep right.
today's music is exactly the same. It all sounds the same and everything's the same. There's no creativity to it. It's all the same chords, it's all the same sound, just different lyrics that go with it. Taylor Swift's one of them they mentioned. All standard notes between the octave. There's no creativity like there used to be. That's probably why I don't like today's music.
Keep right. And then
And that
exit
as
right.
well as the fact that someone else writes a song that someone sings and they're detached from the emotion of that song, the real meaning behind the words or the emotions that created that
Keep left.
those words
And
from
then
that
turn
person.
left. Turn left.
And you also get people that are singers and they can sing but they're not the most talented singers. They're just there because they look good. They're good looking. They're marketable and that thing, and it's just music industry's died because of it. And they all go the same way, because as soon as they turn it into money. Rock music used to be good until they turned it all about the money. Hip hop when it first came out was fantastic, now it's crap because it's all about the money. There's no creativity anymore. Decisions are all made by money.
Yep.
I think.
Soon people aren't even going to be involved at all. It's all going to be done by AI.
Yeah, which is
That is
even worse. Don't know why I'm indicating. Yeah, AI, bane of society. I mean, it's bad enough that people... get me started, jeez. It's bad AI doing stuff.
Keep left.
We've
And
already
then
lost
turn
creativity because we've got too many things that occupy us like television and games and stuff instead of going out like we used to when I grew up and actually use your imagination to come up with things. And you can tell that by the quality of stories on television and movies now compared to earlier. Now it's all just rehash stories in a different package. That's exactly what it is. And the same with music. And if you're going to get AI, but just... especially with something that doesn't have feelings, emotions, or stuff like that. Nah. It's just making us lazy, and it's just going to be the downfall of the first world
Get
countries.
ready to turn left.
First world countries will, I guarantee it, because it's happened out through history, for probably the same thing, because people get lazy and complacent and used to their lifestyle and forget that anything can happen.
Here we are.
Especially these days, a lot of people aren't as what's the word? Money's not important anymore. You just go out and buy everything because you think it's going to be like that and money's going to be around all the time. But history has shown that the complete opposite. There's countries been like that all the time. They're now poor. There's countries that were poor and now becoming rich. Eventually, including the country I'm in, mind you, we're apparently the most easiest to self-sustain ourselves. in the world, will become poor again. And you'll be sitting there going, oh, I wish I didn't buy that and that, and you won't know how to live on a budget. It'll get to you. I can guarantee it. That's going to happen. Eventually. It'll happen. More entitled. There's the thing. More the generation these days, the younger generations these days feel more entitled instead of grateful. As far as I'm concerned. I think we'll leave it there. On such a great note. You're welcome. Nothing like controversy to end on controversy. We'll call it a cliffhanger, shall we? And tomorrow's stream, we shall not continue this conversation on, at least for the first 5 minutes. Probably afterwards. Yeah, we'll leave it there, because I'm getting a sore throat, and it's probably midnight for Corzi.
Yep.
So we don't want to keep the birthday boy up. His birthday's over now. He can go to sleep and cry the fact he got older today, which happens every day, but we only celebrate that once a year. Getting older. Let me just get back into this and find young Corzi. And park up next to him. Give him a big birthday hug with me truck. And jump on out. There we go. No. That's what I want to do. I just want to get rid of that thing. Jeez, problem with being on Stream Friends. And normally I'm not online on Stream Friends because what I play is no one else's business as far as I'm concerned, but also the constant pop-up which I've just got through. I've got someone now just started ATS, another person doing Farming Sim. Michael, who wasn't here today, was playing Farming Sim. He preferred Farming Sim over joining us with our trucking adventures, me and Corzi. How dare he? It's not a stream without the sonar going off. If you know, you know. Anyway, so that'll be the ET stream for today. The Convoy mode, as usual, absolute blast. We went and saw some of the new rework stuff for the 1.48 release. It's great. We had a nice drive through Sweden. I had a tendency to go and look at some landscape that wasn't even part of the GPS's plan until Corzi pointed it out. We even took a ferry trip twice. And I was very onto it with me skills of been noticing things, and noticed that the different ferry terminal we arrived into Germany and looked exactly like the one we left because, as Corzi pointed out, it was the same one. The thing is, we just went there from a different ferry terminal from Sweden than we ended up in when we went to Sweden. So yeah, onto it. I notice these things after people point them out to me. Anyway, we should be back tomorrow. I think me and Corzi, maybe some other people, who knows, with ATS, hopefully. If, like I said, if the plumber doesn't turn up, if it does, then we'll probably do that on a Monday instead. We'll have to wait and see. Actually would be a bad idea because you've got someone else you Convoy mode on a Monday with, or a Sunday for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to play it by ear and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll work it out. We'll find out what happens tomorrow first. I highly doubt he'll turn up on a Sunday, but you never know. You never know.
Or something. Work something out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll let Corzi say his goodbyes, and then I'll get into my ending spiel that I do. usually differently because I forget it every single time. But anyway, over to you, Corzi.
Okay, thank you once again, Jimmy, for having me. It was always great fun. And I will see you tomorrow, or if not tomorrow, then sometime.
Yeah, hopefully tomorrow would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Alright, and let me just Discord as well. Alright, we're all good. You just got me now, you poor sods. And let me get that ready anyway. Big thank you to everyone that's coming along and joined us on today's stream. Hugh, hi, saying hello. Go check him out. Put a link into the thing. Look him up on Twitch. Go give him some support. Go say hello. Go see what he's all about and enjoy, which I'm sure you will, because I do. Also, DC Dave for the 29-month subscription. Absolutely awesome, Dave. Fantastic. I'm glad you came along and kept us company. Smudo with the little brief hello while I was away having my break, which probably put him to sleep because I didn't say hello back to keep him awake at that time of the morning for him. And I don't think there was anyone else as far as I know. That was chatting away. No, that was it. That was all we had today. Yeah, so like I said, we should be back tomorrow with ATS. Just keep an eye out. I'll let people know who are in my Discord if anything goes awry, which I'm sure, of course, you would appreciate that because he's going to be here. He would rather not turn up if he didn't have to, I'm sure, but I'll take a drink of water. Yeah, so yeah. Hopefully I'll see you in tomorrow's stream as usual. Big thanks to everyone, whether you've been and gone, still here watching this after the fact. Hope you enjoyed. Yeah, either on Twitch VOD, by the way, if you're watching, hi, how you going from the past, or the YouTube channel, where I have a lot of my streams there that are no longer available on Twitch. So if you want to watch previous streams of any games I've done, you might find something you enjoy, you might not. Go check it out. Don't check it out. Go check it out. You might find something. What's the harm in it? Anyway, yeah. So to find that, by the way, is a link on my about page where you can type in !YouTube into chat. There's another way to get there. And yeah, go and have a look. See what you think. Enjoy it. Give us a side. If you don't, give us a subscribe anyway. I don't care if you do or not, whether you're subscribed or not, whether you like it or not. If you get an enjoyment out of something I do, that's all that matters to me. Anything else is a bonus. Alright guys, hopefully we'll see you in tomorrow's stream. If I don't, I'll see you when we do. Until then, let me get that up running. Take it easy. Enjoy the weekend for those that are coming into the weekend. Enjoy the rest of the weekend for people like me who are already halfway through it. And have a good one. And maybe see you tomorrow, maybe not. Until then, see you later guys. Bye.